This video is brought to you by Cool Green Clothing. Cool Green Clothing is a Baltimore-based clothing line that started back in 2018 and has been growing strong ever since. Make sure you follow Cool Green Clothing on Facebook and IG at Cool Green Clothing, and check out their website, coolgreenclothing.com, where you can find the latest cool green fashions and hats, women's apparel, and the latest men's collection. Remember, if you ain't coolin' and getting the green, you're in the way.
What's up, kings and queens? It's your girl, Charlotte Moore. As always, we give thanks for another day, you dig? So as the CEO and founder of Motivational More, we take pride in working with incredible creative entrepreneurs. And today, we are shooting a campaign for Cool Green Clothing, founded by the one and only AC Green. So the vibrational energy of this line is all about street vibes, a growth mindset, hustle. So today, we are highlighting this, guys, the Baltimore Cool Green Snapback. How cute is this? Look at this. So we're going to have so much fun on the shoot. And I'm telling you, follow Cool Green Clothing. It's so important for us to support our entrepreneurs. There's so much talent in Baltimore. And as a creative entrepreneur myself, I know how hard it is. And I love to see just people going out there and going for their dreams. So let's get it.
What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2Times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Y'all know what I need y'all to do before I start. Be sure to hit that like button. Definitely watch the video to the end. Let's get right into it. In certain environments with a vicious cycle of addiction, it seems like crime goes hand in hand. I have seen it firsthand. Dreams get shattered and all hope is lost in the process, turning the individual cold. In certain situations, you want to feel bad for a person, not wishing prison on no one, but in other incidents, the act is so bold and cold, it seems like the person doing it has no heart. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we will be discussing Joseph Oglesby and John Knox and a plot for a fast lick that went horribly wrong. According to sources, Ralph Timmons was involved in a relationship with Joseph's ex-wife, which was cool with Joseph, it seemed like. But one day while downtown at the mosque, that all seemed to change when Joseph met, at the time 21-year-old John Knox, a young man that had just lost his mother and was fighting addiction. Both men in need for fast money, Joseph came up with a plan to break into the home of Ralph Timmons. To John, the blueprint seemed easy enough. Wait till no one was home, hit the house, take items, and go. But it wouldn't exactly go that way. Allegedly, Joseph and Ralph had known each other since hoppers, but John thought nothing of it. Then on the night of the lick, the two men cased the home, waiting for all cars to leave. Once the car left and the men saw only one light on in the kitchen, the plan went into motion. John broke into the house and proceeded to let Joseph in, but little did either man know, the home wasn't empty. Ralph's son was upstairs watching TV, and allegedly, Ralph didn't go far just to pick up a pizza. As the two men were going through the house searching for things of value, Ralph would come home, catching John in mid-act. With a blade in one hand and phone in the other, Ralph saw John closing the kitchen drawer and confronting him, stating, "You know you messed up." Ralph's son, 11 years old at the time, heard the commotion and ran downstairs to see his father, motioning for him to grab the phone and call police. But all of a sudden, a man dressed in black with a mask on came out the basement and opened fire on Ralph in front of his son. Allegedly, even before taking his last breath, Ralph stated, "Don't do nothing to my son," as the young man froze after seeing his father. The shooter, who was allegedly Joseph, then turned the blicky on him as shots were fired in the young man's direction. He was hit once, but able to escape to his room, down to the balcony, and run to flag down the police. Officers reported a young man running to them, telling them about the incident that happened on the 1900 block of North Bentlow Street. As BPD approached the home, they saw the victim, the young father, Ralph, unfortunately gone, laying on the floor. As crazy as it seems, for some reason, Joseph and John were still in the home. When one man hiding in a fold-out bed and the other behind some crates, they were both arrested. and the 45 blicky was found in the basement freezer. As the case went on and the trial started, Ralph's son, just 13 at the time, replayed that night. But the key witness would be John Knox. As he stated, he didn't even know Joseph had a blicky on him at the time, or anyone would be home. He just wanted to get high. Allegedly before the incident, John was a few weeks off from leaving Baltimore, going to Florida to college. But when his mother passed away, he alleged he began getting high. John also stated he tried to keep the G code and really didn't care what happened to Ralph, but stated when Joseph turned the blicky on his son, it all changed. And sitting in prison, he realized it was a cruddy thing to do. Joseph's lawyers fought back, stating Joseph and Ralph was cool, and Joseph was actually with Ralph at the pizza shop, and the crime was all John's work. Even painting Ralph as the half-brother of Tavon White, one of the leaders of J, or BGF, and speaking on the indictment they just had at the Baltimore jail at the time. But it didn't work. Joseph was found guilty of the hit, attempt, and burglary, and sentenced to life in prison. John Knox will receive life with all but 45 years suspended. More of this story, pay attention to the ones that know where you lay your head and how you move. Because when it's all said and done, that could be the person to come get you. But hey, that's the Baltimore way. Man, this is a crazy story, you feel me? You know what I mean? Rest in peace to Ralph, you feel me? I couldn't imagine, you know, you leave to go get your kids something to eat, you come back, people in your home, then, you know, things get crazy. You know, your son come downstairs and the last thing you see before you lose your life is them turning the blicky on your son. That's a messed up situation, but Shorty was strong. You know, he was 11 years old at the time. He got hit once, but he was able to escape through his room, you feel me, to get out the house and run and track down the police. You know what I mean? That's a traumatizing experience though, because at the end of the day, he had to relive that 2 years later. He had to get on the stand at 13 years old, and he watched his father take his last breath in front of him by somebody he knew too though. You see what I'm saying? Because they said Joseph and Ralph, they was cool, you know, they knew each other, they was childhood friends, you feel me? And then they tried to paint a picture of Ralph like, oh, he was BGF, his brother was Tavon, you know what I mean? Y'all know about Tavon White, I ain't gotta go back, I did a video on that, but it ain't work, man. They still got convicted, but y'all already know that's how it go, man. It be the people close to you. It was kind of a crazy situation, because they said, you know, Joseph's ex-wife was actually dealing with Ralph. So I don't know, man. But yeah, rest in peace. Y'all already know this is another episode of the Baltimore Way. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you. Be sure to like, comment, share. This your boy Tony 2 times. Love y'all, fam. I'm out.